Last day at the cabin. About to leave. Head out to the volcano. Nice eerie morning today. You can't even see across the road, really. We're driving into the volcano area.
35, alright.
Right on 35. You can't see the car. I didn't see the car. Pretty cool. Alright, here we go. Inside the volcano. Only place in the world you can go safely inside of a volcano. Wow, it's pretty tall. So we're gonna be up this high. And this is the Statue of Liberty. And then we're gonna go all the way down to here.
A dormant volcanic crater that was formed in an eruption that happened roughly 4,500 years ago. And this is Isabella, guys, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. And it is the only volcanic crater in the world that we know of that we are able to physically enter. And I will tell you why it is the only one a little bit later during the tour. Now, how do we get to the crater? Well, like some people say, nothing good in life comes easy, which means we are going to have to hike there. But we have wonderful weather today, so I don't think that will be a problem at all. Now, we will be walking a relatively flat gravel path all the way up to the crater, except for a short incline at the end. And it will take us maybe 35 to 45 minutes to get there with like 2 to 3 stops on the way. So we will be stopping a little bit just to tell you about the surroundings and maybe how the crater was discovered and so on. I will be walking in front and Isabella will be walking in the back just to make sure no one escapes the tour. Now, but seriously, if you have any questions or need anything during the hike, you can just holler my name, Unnur, or tap me on the shoulder, or stop and wait for Isabella to get up with you in the back. Okay. Now, before you go into the crater itself via glorified window cleaning baskets, we will be stopping by this place we call base camp. It's just a very basic but cozy container hut we have by the root of the crater. Just like to call it base camp because it sounds a lot cooler, right? It sounds like we're on Everest. Now, over there you're going to meet our base camp manager, who is today Harpa, and she will give you a short briefing on the safety inside of the crater, as well as providing you with some safety gear, which includes a harness and a helmet, which you need to wear for the descent. With that being said, I'm going to ask Isabella, my dear friend, to hand out these complimentary souvenirs for you guys. In Icelandic we call them buff. They're kind of like bandanas. They're very nice to wear on your neck or over your face for warmth and shelter during a bad weather day, which is not today. But they're also very convenient when it comes to the helmets you will be wearing, to protect your heads from the hundreds of other heads that have touched them before you. There was a customer that came here once that called them helmet condoms. I really like that name, so I call them helmet condoms. Now, for the descent itself into the crater, I will have to split you guys up into 2 separate groups. This is just due to lack of or limited space in the lift that takes you down. You're gonna see it when we get there, that we made the lift just big enough to fit into the opening of the crater. So we haven't dug anything out or made any changes to the crater itself, we just fit the lift into it. Which means we have a maximum 8-person capacity at a time in the lift. But don't worry about us splitting up couples or families or friend groups. We will try to keep everyone together. Unless you want a new partner or family, I can make that happen. Now, yes, as I said, you will be going down in the crater group by group. I will be going down with group 1 and coming back up with group 2. This means you are never alone inside the crater, because I will be there with you the entire time. Everybody gets the same amount of time on the inside, which is about 30 minutes. It's just a matter of having more coffee at base camp before you go in or after you come back out. Okay, so just so you know, there's always going to be a little bit of waiting for everybody, whether it's before you go in or after, but it's like a maximum of 10 minutes in between groups. Okay. When you're out of the crater, we're going to be going back to base camp, where we are going to be serving you some lovely traditional Icelandic meat soup for lunch. And we also have a vegan version of the soup for those who prefer. After we've had the soup, we're going to walk back together here, and this is where the tour officially ends at around 12:30. How is everybody doing at this point? Great.
Not bad.
Is the pace okay so far?
Yeah.
Not too fast, not too slow? Excellent. But from here we can finally see our destination, Attribution, right over there by the horizon. You see the 3 peaks? Yes. Attribution gets its name from the 3 separate peaks and 1 crater. So 3 means 3, like the number 3. Nuka means peak, and then Gígur means crater. So we in Iceland, we're not very original when it comes to naming things. We just like to name them as they are. Hence, 3 peaks crater. Right. Now, the crater we will be entering later today belongs to the peak furthest to the right from here. And like I said earlier in the briefing we had, that one is around 4,500 years old. The one in the middle, its sibling, is around 5,000 years old, and the one furthest to the left is the oldest out of all 3, or 50,000 years old.
Wow.
In Iceland, we have around 180 volcanoes in total, and about 18 of them, or 10% out of all the volcanoes we have, are considered to be active. So me and Isabella are quite crazy to be living here, really. But keep in mind that a volcano being considered active doesn't necessarily mean it is erupting right now. It just means it is due to erupt in the next few years. And one of these active volcanoes we have been waiting on for a very long time is called Hekla. And Hekla erupts relatively small eruptions every 10 years or so, but it hasn't erupted since around the year 2000, the last time. So it's long overdue right now. But while we were waiting for Hekla to erupt, we've actually had 2 separate eruptions much closer to the capital in the last 2 years, or last 1.5 really. One was in Fagradalsfjall, and that one was, luckily for us, a relatively tourist-friendly eruption, which means it didn't harm or directly harm any people, any infrastructure, or any animals. And the most recent one happened just right next to the older one in Merardalir. That was a lot smaller and shorter than the first one. And that one only lasted for, how long did it last? few days, a month maybe, yeah, at the most, unfortunately. But I can almost say for sure, because I went there myself, that during the former eruption in Fagradalsfjall, that almost every single Icelandic person went up to see it while it was erupting, either by foot, by bikes, or with planes or helicopters. And of course the very few lucky tourists that were here at the time, because as you can remember we had COVID in 2021, they got to see it as well. And when the most recent one started erupting, a lot of people rushed to buy airplane tickets to Iceland to go see it because they missed the former one. And unfortunately a lot of them missed the most recent one because it stopped erupting very fast. Yes. Did anyone see the active volcanoes either last year or this year?
No,
on
we
TV.
missed it.
You missed
We
it.
were the ones that missed it.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you guys. You just have to come back again like
Yeah, we
every
will.
5 years or so. And maybe you'll see one. Fun fact though, we've had an increase in seismic activity up north. Just far north of Grímsey, which is where Akureyri is in the north. And they're actually predicting an eruption to happen there soon. So maybe if you see it on the news,
Next 3 days.
you drive 100 kilometers per hour to Akureyri and maybe take a boat and see it. But I can't promise you anything. Now over to other geological related things. Does anybody know what this is? If you're looking at who are you? No.
Lava tube.
Lava tube. Thank you. This guy gets points. And do you know, sir, how lava tubes are formed?
Underground movement of lava.
Yes. Yes.
Pressure.
But it has to do with the temperature outside as well. So if you imagine we have an eruption happening and we have streams of lava or magma flowing from it, and as it is flowing in streams, the top part of it comes in contact with cool air and solidifies, but just the top part, which means the magma or the lava underneath keeps flowing, and when the eruption ends, what is the rest of the magma, it drains out, leaving these empty hollow tubes or tunnels in the ground. Now for us to be able to see them, the roofs of them have to break in or collapse. But that doesn't happen with every tube, which means we could have hundreds more of these in this exact area without us even knowing about them.
That's cool.
So this is a very, very good reason for why me and Isabella would appreciate you guys staying on the path while we are on the hike. This particular one is called Djúpihellir, which directly translates to deep cave. It's not particularly deep, but it is about 120 meters long, or 150. And it actually goes all the way from here underneath our feet. And if you look over there in the opposite direction,
It comes out.
you may notice these metal grids in the ground. This is for the cross-country skiers, to protect them in the winter time when they come skiing here. So the earth doesn't just swallow them whole. Yep. Now we're gonna see another one of these lava tubes a little bit further along. That one is called Langihellir. So if this was deep cave, do you want to guess what the other one is called?
Shallow cave.
No.
Long cave.
Yes.
Woo,
long
more
cave.
points.
Langihellir, yeah. That one is about 700 meters long, and I'm just gonna point it out to you, but we're not gonna stop over there. All right, let's go.
Oh, this is cool.
Usually you heard about the craters for some farmers. Mostly agriculture, like in a lot of fields. I mean, there's none now. Maybe it used to be, but of course it could have been farmers just
Wow, that's
Not much
deep.
wildlife here.
I saw one bird.
I was hoping to see 2 days ago we
nice.
Oh, there's we use the glasses for everything.
Okay.
And, yeah, have a seat.
That's it.
What happens next from here is that we're going to go in 2 groups up to the top of the volcano. This will be you here, this flag. This is just a 4-minute hike just up there to the top of the crater. We're going to cross a bridge that leads us to an elevator, and this elevator will take us down 120 meters or 400 feet. Takes us down into the volcano here. The first 2 minutes is just the volcano that built up these 4,000 years ago, but then you go down through much, much older Earth, all the way down 50,000 years. When you get to the bottom, we call that area just under the opening the iPhone drop zone. It's the most dangerous place in the volcano due to falling iPhones or camera lids or someone accidentally kicks a rock. We're not going to be there for that. And the guide will show you exactly where this is and how we get out of it. There's a path that goes the entire circle around. The volcano is well lit up, so you'll see pretty well, but we still have some lights in a bit that I'll show you. When you come back up, we have some Icelandic meat soup, kjötsúpa, some Icelandic delicacy. We also have a very good vegan soup, which is similar but different. And for base camp, the bathrooms are out the door here to the right. And just let me know if you need anything from here, and I'm here for you. This is the gear, the safety gear that we have today. The temperature in the volcano is about 3 degrees. It's quite cold. It's always the same. Nothing changes down there, not the weather, not the temperature, anything in 4,000 years. It's like a time capsule. But I know you might be warm after the hike. We're going to put back on our layers to go down. And this here is great underneath the helmet. You can use it as a bandana if you like. A harness, not for rappelling or anything, but to be hooked onto the bridge and then onto the elevator. And to put this on, you have the orange part here in the front. You go through the big loop and the small loop, the big loop and the small loop. You bring this over your hips, over your jacket, and you tug on the side right here. This is like this, and the feet, don't think about them, they should just be loose. This is the most important part for us today. Helmet. All of you have seen this before. Adjust the size in the back. It's either a circle or one of these. The light, if you press it twice, it gives you the strongest light down for the path. This is nice for when you do the walk around. Also great for taking pictures of your friends or family. You can light up someone's face and take a picture with no flash. They're the best ones down there. Any questions on this, team? If you have any backpacks, I'm going to ask you to leave them here by the souvenir shop, or just where you are actually, because we're just going to be here. Yeah, so we don't crowd the lift too much. But take anything that you need with you, your cameras or everything that you have to have with you. Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, then let's just get started.
Oh yeah, you feel that? Yeah, this is. Here we go. Easy.
Rainbow lift, right?
Here we go. iPhone zone.
GoPro drop zone.
Oh, really?
That should be the first one.
Oh, cool.
You walk over to the door and he will hook you onto the lift.
There you go. Okay. Oh wow, it moves.
It moves.
Woo. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Put it down, babe. Right here.
See a rainbow down there?
Alright guys, journey down from here takes us about 6 minutes.
Okay.
And on the way, of course, feel free to take photos and videos, but please just hold tight onto your equipment so you don't drop anything.
Okay.
And then while we are going past this bridge here to begin with, and please do not hold within the taped area here. You can hold anywhere else. And down we go.
Woo-hoo. Whole thing going down, babe. I'm gonna post this over this sped up.
Starts off a little bit narrow here to begin with. Then as we get past a narrow section here below us, it all opens up after that. Yeah. Geological. So if you take a look on this side here, notice that we're just about to touch the wall. That's why we have those tires on the side of the
Oh
lid.
my goodness.
We drive down the wall. And then this here is the most narrow section on our way down. And just perfectly fit to it.
Oh my goodness.
But here to begin with, for the first 45 meters, we are traveling through all of the layers that were stacked up during the eruption 4,500 years ago. And at the depth of 45 meters, we reached the point which used to be ground level prior to this eruption taking place. Now here in front of me you can actually see how the crater is layered up, layer by layer, stacked on top of each other. So during the eruption, in every explosion, more material is spit out from the top. As it lands on the sides, it solidifies. That's how the crater grows in height during the eruption. And now, if you take a look on this side here, notice how the density of the rock is suddenly changing. So the line between the layers here, this was ground level 4,500 years ago. Then this eruption takes place and piles up the crater we just traveled through. So just imagine the energy needed to break up the ground like this. So I'm gonna stop the lid to adjust it.
Oh my goodness.
And down we go.
Be careful. That's pretty cool.
I told you it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain.
Yeah, it's fine. I bet it GoPro would survive if it fell. What do you think? Yeah. Alright, stop it and then redo it. Even regular, not night mode. Wow, this is already spinning. That's everything we get off on right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for real. Look at that. How high up we are. Here we are. Oh wow. Awesome.
Alright guys, enjoy your time.
Okay.
I'll bring you back up in half an hour from now.
Okay.
Okay.
3 degrees, huh? Always the same in here. Go ahead. Go ahead, guys. Thank you.
Closing off the rope here.
Oh, that's the drop zone
Yes.
right here.
The pathway is included, unfortunately. But now that you're here, you may have noticed we don't have a horizon in here. But we do have a lot of horizontal lines all over. And this can cause you to very easily feel like you're losing your balance when you're looking up, which you will be doing a lot of in here. Just know that it's completely normal to feel a little bit dizzy or get this kind of vertigo sensation the first time or times you are down here. But after a while, you kind of just get used to it. If you feel dizzy while you're looking up, just make sure you're standing steady on your legs while you are looking up, or feel free to sit down on any one of the rocks we have in here. Behind you guys, we should have these soft black mats you can sit on. Where are they?
Up there. I see him up top.
Scattered all around.
That's
If
awesome.
you can't find one, if you want one, let me know and I will.
Dude, it's a perfect
Feel
GoPro
free to
light.
move them to wherever you like. Now onto the safety, since we are all about the safety here. While we are down here, we're going to stay within the ropes the entire time. That means no walking across or crossing over ropes, especially not into the center area. And like I said, that includes the pathway we just walked to get from the lift to here. As you can see, I've already closed it off with a rope. Now, you can either walk down here or down here, or even go up there where you can touch the oldest part of the crater. Out of these two directions, it doesn't really matter where you start because it's a circular path, which means you'll find your way back eventually. Just mind your steps while you're walking because the rocks on the path can be loose. They're not necessarily slippery, just a bit loose in some places. And if you feel very unsteady, feel free to hold on to the ropes while you walk. Okay. Now, you have about 30 minutes to explore, and I will be right here if you need anything or have any questions. And for the ones that want to use up all the time they can get in here to explore, I'm just going to let you guys go. And for the ones that want to stay for a little chat about the geology, you can do so.
Explore.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Dude, this is crazy. Check this out. Inside the volcano. So they have like a circular path that goes around the volcano crater area. They got it nice and roped off here, so you can't go outside the ropes. So when we came down, we came with a group of 4, but I think the maximum down the thing is 8, so we got pretty lucky. There's only 4 of us. Alright, second group just got here. I think they're a group of 7. So total we got 11 people. Definitely getting dripped on. But it's a very light drip of water that's coming down. But you can definitely you feel it. It's like a light rain. Very cool. Very, very cool. Here's the elevator shaft. This is what you ride up on. All the way to the very top. Alright, so she said this part you climb up to the top and you can touch the oldest part of the crater, which would be about 50,000 years old. This is it right here. That's some old ass dirt. It's super cold, but it's not wet. That's weird. It's dry. Baby, you want to touch it? 50,000 years old, yeah. It's weird. It's cold, but it's not wet. I was expecting it to be wet.
Yes.
Right?
I'm harnessing its power.
You don't want your light on? Alright, let me turn mine off, see what it looks like. Yeah, you can't see shit. Harnessing the power of the volcanic rock. Here, come here, babe. This is us in the volcano.
I thought it was a picture.
No, it's a video.
It's unbelievable.
I know, it really is.
There you go.
All right, we made it. We're back on top. Wow. Dude, when that thing stopped to adjust, I was like, oh!
the plank first.
That was pretty intense. Yeah, I think so. That was awesome. Once in a lifetime type of thing right there, guys. Lamb soup. We got the vegan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it good?
Yeah. All right, guys. So if you drive yourself here to the volcano, you have a little extra time, you can go inside the lava tubes. It's about 3/4 the way back. They have a couple lava tubes out here, and they have some sign postings where you can actually go inside. So we're gonna check it out. So there's little marker signs where you can see, and this first one is where you can climb in. There's another one all the way in the distance. Ooh, you feel that? It's like so spongy. It's right here, babe. Huh? Yeah, we're about to climb in. Sign says Ling a Hiller. Okay, let's do this. Looks like it's the best way to climb down. Yep. All right, inside lava tubes. I'm using my flashlight on my phone, but it doesn't really do much. This is cool. Holy shit. Look at the ceiling. Yeah, they got little holes in here.
Sure there's no
What? Animals?
no, not animals, but like holes, like
Yeah, I mean, she said it's completely safe in here. My flashlight's not doing much. Can't really see shit.
flashlight.
No, I don't have my regular flashlight.
No, your phone flashlight.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely watch your head. She said this one does not.
You should look up here.
I know, I looked on the ceiling, it's crazy. She said there's no exit here, so this is the end.
Okay.
Oh wow, look at that. Look at the way the
So
like
what's up there?
nothing. It's the end.
Okay.
Look at this shit.
It was just dark.
I know, it's super dark.
It'll be too right there.